Call hello Yahweh, Bahashem Yahabashai, Bahashem Kakodash. And let me, Salakia, if you could hear the, what's it called, the plane in the background. Oh, shit. I gotta keep this thing charging because it's about to die, but I wanted to come back with a part 4 to the What is the Milk series, inspired by the brother. He's in Quebec or Montreal. I don't know if he's in Quebec, but he's in well, hold on. Yeah, Quebec is the province. That's right. Yes. Yeah, so he's in Quebec. Those brothers over there, and yeah, he came out with that whole thing is interesting. He just made the video, What is the Milk, right? And I watched it, and I knew, milk is like the basics, what you feed a baby. So I just checked it out, and I was like, dang, not only do I need to do this for myself, this is very important for, the brothers coming in, and it's also important for the brothers who've been in this, as a nice refresher. For me personally, I want to make sure that, I get that down pat. And of course it's good to remind yourself. And a lot of the things here, they're, I would say, they're standard, and a lot of brothers understand it. Let's just go through it really quick before I start. The identity of Israel, who the Israelites are, obviously the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Repentance, I don't think there's a, well, of course not. I know for a fact there's not a Hebrew Israelite who's in this thing and he knows he's an Israelite that hasn't repented. That's, hold on, shit, I'm trying to sneeze. Slovakia. But like I was saying, I don't think there's a brother who is in this 100% and he hasn't repented. It's just truly impossible. The law still matters. That's what we're going to talk about today, right? And so I won't say too much about it. Now, precept upon precept. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oh, there it is. Slovakia. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm beside a fucking tree or something. Was it pollen? That's kind of crazy though. I was thinking about allergies, man. It's like to be allergic. I don't think I'm allergic to the pollen or anything, but I just a super side note really quick for anybody who's watching this and knows the answer. I think I'm allergic to cats, which is truly unfortunate because I would sooner get a cat as a pet before I get, well, that's not true. I like dogs too, but they can't be those little midget. I don't like those small dogs. I'd like a big dog, and I don't think, my current situation, I could handle that. But mainly because I'm not even at home all the time. But yeah, cats. But back to what I wanted to say, which is, it's kind of crazy that, we're just allergic to shit. Like some people, like, the one thing I'll say, which is funny, I'll say Esau, he's allergic to the sun even, which is crazy. That sun be burning him up, to the point where, he fuck around wear an umbrella, or, they got to put sunscreen. So let's say sunscreen wasn't invented, or let's say you're broke. You're just cooked, genuinely. But literally too, which is funny. But yeah, like being like like, I don't know what people are allergic to. Like allergic to peanuts is fucking crazy. Allergic to what's it called, pollen, or like bee stings, I guess. Like I don't know, shit like that. That's kind of crazy too. But like, then there's like, I guess there's righteous ones, I guess. Like some people are like allergic to shellfish. That's cool, whatever. We don't eat that shit anyways. But I don't know, just the thing about allergies, I don't know, man. I'm just curious about it. So Salakia for the rambling. But back to my main point, which is, these things, we're in. Oh, you know what I just realized? I have my hat on for 5 minutes. Salakia. Okay? And let me restart, I guess now. Let me say, Kahla Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. The water Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. I want to give double honors and praises to the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And I want to say shalom to the brothers who are pushing this truth far and wide to the four corners of the earth. And I want to say shalom to the sisters who are listening and learning in silence. Okay, so to everybody who I just now mentioned, I want to say shalom. I also want to say salakia. First 5 minutes I did have my hat on. Let's start it now, okay? But you heard what I've been saying. It still holds these things, right? Like America's Babylon. How many songs have you heard? America's Babylon. How many other people outside of Israelites have you heard say that? So these things, separation from the world. You shouldn't be. I went into this last video. You shouldn't be LGBT. And you shouldn't fucking be voting for a fucking Epstein class. This shit doesn't even fucking do anything for you. Now Jacob, Esau, this is natural, man. You know what Esau did during slavery. You know how Esau treats and looks at so-called immigrants, Latinos. And if you're in Canada, okay, if you're blessed to learn this in school, you know what Esau did to the fucking these to the Gadites, right? With the residential schools, man. Brutal fucking history. And then obviously if you're in America, you know what he did to the so-called Negroes, right? Faith, but maybe the only thing you might not know is the names, right? You might not know you're from Jacob, right? Who, correct me if I'm wrong, later his name was changed to Israel, so you're an Israelite, and you don't know that the so-called white man, because that's why he named himself that. He named himself why he named you black. He named the other guys brown and yellow, right? And then that's how you may not know, but now you know, right? Faith during affliction, bro. This one is too powerful because times are coming, and I believe this. I believe that times are coming where you're just gonna have to run on pure faith. There's just going to be no other way around it. And hey, man, I'm building up my faith, Lord willing, Abaratazah, by coming and giving you these videos, that I feel like nobody's watching them, but that's not true, man. I have a few views, not even my own, because I don't watch back my videos, right? I don't even click them once they get uploaded. So I know people have come across, Lord willing, it did something for them, Lord willing, and if not, hey, at least that one person's blood is off my hands, whatever, however that looks. But I know that, and you know what, let me condemn myself now, okay? Fuck, I need to get on the highways and byways. There's just no way around it. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. I'll leave it like that. I'll leave this faith during affliction. That's how you show faith, through your actions, right? I'm talking to my fucking self here, right? How can I show I have faith? These videos, anybody can. I mean, they're good, but anybody can do the videos. Like, not saying like that, but like they have an importance. But the main thing I need to do is, Yahweh Shah himself said it. Go out in the highways and byways. Right? Feed my sheep. That's what he said. Okay? Paraphrasing. Salakia, give me one moment. Let me just do something really quick. So that's the faith during affliction, and then the fear of the Lord, okay? And you know what? Just being honest with myself again, and speaking to myself first and foremost, man, that fear of the Lord, Here it just said it, right? Look, fear, discipline, right? Do I have that discipline to go buy a sign, stand on a highway or byway, and preach? I already make videos. I could pretty much do what I'm doing now, just in the highway and byway. And honestly, that's just my main mission right now. Okay. Anyways, this thing's unplugged. Okay, let's go to the law still matters. Okay. And I already prepared. Yes, I did. I already prepared the scriptures, all four of those passages. So let's go Matthew chapter 5, verse 17 to 19. When I read it, it reads, "Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven." Yo, in this world they come, when I say this world, man, I don't know why there's so many planes. I hope it doesn't bother you guys' ears, but I'm not home, I'm outside. And honestly, I wanted to clean my vehicle, but I said, yo, before I do fucking anything today, let me make a vid, okay? So, this world, they'll be like, oh, the law is done away with. You you can do whatever you want as long as you believe. I don't know exactly what they say. You know these Christians. Okay, if you're around these Christians, they'll tell you, yeah, the law is done away with. We don't have to keep the law. We just have to believe that we can be saved by Jesus. So they'll tell you. Right? But unfortunately for them, Yahushua did not come to destroy the law. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets, right? Yes, there are still prophets in today's world, okay? The men of Great Millstone and the other men who believe in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, those are fine examples of what is a prophet, okay? And it says, but to fulfill. So, meaning he is coming to establish it to the 144th degree, to the utmost. He's coming to establish this, right? To establish this law. Please do not think that he's come to, fuck's sake. Hold on. I can't take this call. I can't take this call. Remind me in an hour, please. Fuck. Can you call me? Can you call back later? Yeah. Let's do that. God damn. My sweet mother. Okay. The only reason why I'm out here is because I had to drop off her glasses. She forgot her glasses at home, so. Of course. Sweet. Okay. So, the commandments, they were given to the Israelites here on earth, right? However many years ago, they were given to the Israelites. The fuck. Slovakia. But I must say, she never texts me at 9:48 in the morning, ever. But I know why. It's because, she wants to talk about today's my so-called, we don't believe in fucking birthdays, but I turned 28 today, so I think that's why she wants to talk about. But who gives a damn about damn birthdays? These things are pagan. Okay, we don't celebrate our birthdays. That's another thing, right? You people of this world, you guys want to. So the water Yahweh, right? You people of this world, you just want to do what makes you happy. Like you want to do these different holidays. You want to do Christmas, Easter, your birthday. You know, not knowing this is all pagan and it's a sin and it goes against the law, right? And somebody will tell you that, and then you'll use, oh, Jesus was done away with the law. We could do these things as long as we have faith. Like, damn. Honestly, the English word for that is coping. Okay, you're coping. Yahweh still want the Israelites to be under the law, okay? The law still matters, right? The commandments are there to, you can say, prolong your life, okay? Because as long as you can do all of them, which unfortunately we cannot in this wicked flesh, right? And one sin is equal to, like, you've done all of them, right? So you could think the wrong thing, you could fucking accidentally eat the wrong thing, you can fucking, there's so many ways to go off, but through daily, where is it, repentance, right? The law and repentance together, that's really a 1-2 combo, okay? Because as far as the law, we should be actively seeking to keep it, okay? Especially the easy ones, okay? And now I have to, okay? I gotta switch. Ah, shit, that's not what I want. Where is it? Oh shit, I lost it. That's okay. It's because I clicked the top there. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7 and 8, and it reads, "And the swine, though he divide the hoof, and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch, they are unclean to you." Damn it, this one has fucking Jake on a hold. This swine's flesh, okay? A fucking Latin person will call it chicharron. A fucking Levite, a Haitian, will call it griot. And nigga, let me just tell you, is, you know, I haven't consciously, since I decided not to, don't rest assured, okay? Since I've decided, and since Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua has put a spirit on me to stop the easy things, right? Since I've decided, since I've decided to stop eating pork, which really it's not me, but it's Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua who gave me the spirit to decide that. But since I've decided, I'll just use that word, to stop eating pork, I haven't, okay? I have not, but I can't lie to you. Let me not lie to you. You think you were eating this shit and it was tasting nasty? No. It's not about how good it is or how bad it tastes or how yummy it tastes. Listen, I'll tell you, griot with fucking pickles, like the fucking, is it like fermented, is it fermented? Or is it like spiced onion? I don't know how to fuck it. Just search, well, some Haitian food, right? I'm not gonna lie to you and say that shit, I'm not gonna be like over righteous. Oh, that shit tastes nasty, bro. Although I'll say the fucking smell when that meat is cooking is ever since I was eating it, even I just thought that shit smelled fucking filthy. That's why you gotta cook it with so many damn seasonings to mask the foul nature of it. You know, then you fuck around. You cook a steak. All you gotta do is put salt if you want, but you know, Jake, we season that shit up and we cook it well done, obviously, but realistically for a steak, all you need is fucking you can do salt and pepper, and that shit don't taste nasty and it don't smell nasty. But that fucking swine, it smells disgusting, That's why you need hella seasonings for that shit to taste good, right? And you know, you know, and that's why you know, the fucking was it not Mexicans? Is it Mexicans who do it? Yeah, I think it's Mexicans who do chicharron. I don't know, Latinos, right? They they fry up the skin. Then Gad, I don't know what's going on with Gad, but I just know Gad, man, because when they're in the reserves, they struggle, right? They struggle, and unfortunately, a struggle meal of their choice, bro. Every fucking Gad, I mean, you know, even Jake eats this or has eaten it. It's a struggle meal. They eat lots of mac and cheese and hot dogs. Like, damn, bro. Switch the hot dogs. Go chicken breast or something. I don't know, but I know the money's not there for. I'm not saying they're broke, but you know, there has to be a better. Like, go tuna if you want to go cheap. You know, go tuna, go sardines, right? Don't do that hot dog, man. That swine, brothers and sisters. Don't do that, okay? The swine, pig, whatever you want to call it, and there's many others too, right? Like, for you people eating duck, you know, they're oh fuck. Let me pause this video, man. I'll do a part 2. Salaki, I'm back, and thankfully I won't have to. Shit. So Salaki, I'll be right back. Salaki, I'm back again. So, yeah, swine, pig, you know, they're unclean, okay? And it gives you a reason why they're unclean. So now you can judge other animals, okay? They eat the cud, but their hooves aren't divided. Is that what it is? Though he divide, no, sorry, Salaki. See, I got it backwards. Though he divide the hoof, his feet, he has like I guess two like hooves. They're divided. Like a let's look at a fucking cow's feet. Cow feet. They're gonna make a like a meal, but you see that his hooves are split. Okay, we eat those, and they also have to chew the cud. All right. So, yeah, how about, you know, it's plain as day, man. Does not want you eating this to this day, okay? Till this day, it never was, and you know what? That's gonna be a beautiful thing, Lord willing. Even I'm tested like this. I want to say, because I know I'll pass it. You know, let me say what being humble, but you know, it's one thing. You know, it's one thing to say. You know, it's easier said than done. I'll say it like that. But man, even if I was fucking starving somehow, right, during Jacob's trouble, let's say a pig came to me or something, you know, I would not eat that shit. Personally, I would not, man. But I know a lot of people would. They say, wow, animal. They don't give a fuck what it is, man. Niggas be eating rabbits, you know, all types of fuckery, right? But, you know, when it comes to the law still matters, yeah. It even includes the things you eat. You know, you eat every day, right? So yeah, it includes the small things that you do every day. Okay? I can say something about drinking, right? You want to drink alcohol, okay? But if you drink it, and it's not a sin, right? But if you want to drink it every day and you need it to have a conversation with somebody, or you need it to function, now you're a drunkard and now you're sinning. Okay? Is the word nuance? Let me just search up nuance. Nuance is a subtle or slight distinction, variation, or quality in meaning, color, tone, or feeling. What the fuck was I gonna say? There's nuance in some, I don't know. I just here I go using words I don't know. So let me just not even say it. Gosh darn it. But yeah, let's do. So that's a Leviticus, right? So very simple about um, the dietary laws, right? Don't be fooled. Something as simple as the dietary laws, yeah, they're still in effect, okay, all the way down to, you know, the very important laws, or I mean, however you want to call it, right? Maybe there's a law you think, oh yeah, you have to keep this one, but I don't have to not eat pork. I mean, he said he cleaned all that stuff. I don't know what the fuck these people are saying. My mom, she was talking about some time ago. She was talking about, oh yeah, he came and made all these things clean. I don't know what they're talking about. It's bullock. Don't fall for it, okay? It's bullocks. I started this one for some reason. I don't remember ever getting into it. It might have been something I tried to show my family. But here is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 17, and it reads, "They that sanctified themselves and purified themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh and the abomination, and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord." Okay, so joy in Jerusalem's future. Okay. I mean, to me, this is just like a part 2 of that dietary, right? And it's talking about the future, so it's really talking about what's to come, right? So what's to come? If it's going to happen, then obviously, you can say it's like still happening. Am I making sense? Let me slow it down. This Isaiah 66 verse 17, when it says shall be consumed together, that's not a good thing, to be consumed together, okay? It's a judgment, okay? A negative judgment. Let's just confirm that. Shall be consumed. To cease, come to an end, okay? If you're consumed, it's not a good thing, okay? And it's a judgment that is yet to come. Jerusalem's future, okay? And I guess this just goes to prove again the the dietary laws are still in effect, and they were never abolished, okay? And even in the last days, right? And I that's funny. I was just talking about this. Let's say even during Jacob's trouble, right? Yeah, the stores may be empty, everything, but that's not an excuse to eat the swine's flesh. You will need faith during affliction. When shit gets tough, you need to still have faith that the law is the law. We should not eat the swine's flesh. Yo, imagine the mental fortitude it's going to take to be so hungry. I mean, the thing is, you're going to be tested, but if you pass these tests, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahshua is going to look after you, right? Because the elect, the ones who are certified elect, they're going to pass these tests, but they're still going to be tested, okay? And a test, I could see, it could be like, yo, you're hungry as fuck. And maybe you're walking, and now you're like by this farm, and there's so many livestock, right? Maybe you see the sheeps there, they're like fucking dead, so you don't want to eat something that's fucking been dead. And the only thing that's alive is the pig that's eating the sheep or something. Yo, that's a crazy imagination. I'm like literally seeing it, right? But are you going to eat that pig if you're hungry? Or are you going to, maybe you're going to look around, you say, no, I'm not eating it. Then you go behind the fucking, you could crash out and, maybe like pull out your, maybe run towards the fucking pig with your knife. And then in the process, maybe you stab your fucking head, but you kill the pig, and now you eating fucking. It's like a whole bunch of fuck up. You got fucked up big pig's blood in your open wound. Maybe you're so fucked up now you don't even cook. You just eat that shit raw. You bugged out and you failed that fucking test. But let's say you have a strong mental. You're like, I'm not eating fucking swine's flesh. Then you fuck around. You go around. you go around the the farm or whatever, and I'm laughing because I wanted to end this story in a crazy fucking way that, you know, maybe the brothers might like. I was gonna say maybe you find like 3 babes cooking up some sheep or cooking up some goat meat or something in the back. I don't know, but, you know, more realistic. Maybe you find, you know, maybe you find one cow in a trailer and he's still alive. You find you know, you found a cow in a trailer preserved. You know, they had food, water, and nothing, and nobody got to it. Now you got a whole cow between you and the brothers you're with, right? Or you and in your flock. You know, that shit. That, you know, I don't know, man. I'm yapping, but that's this. Okay, faith during affliction, and the faith. You know, you have to have faith that, you know, this Bible doesn't lie, bro. I'm actually, I'm not shocked. I was gonna say I'm shocked, but really I'm not. It's just truly foolish that some people can read multiple times, don't eat that swine's flesh, but they still continue to do it as if it's nothing. And also, you know, the shellfish that you're not supposed to eat, that's Jake's fucking poison. That's the new trend. Could you imagine it's a trend? Well, yes, we can. Of course, I can imagine during the end times that it's a fucking trend, a cool thing to eat fucking shellfish, crab boil, fucking seafood boil, shrimp, fucking lobster. Oh, man. Goy slop, genuinely. That's the real goy slop, right? Not even these canned foods. Not even this canned fucking tuna, canned sardine. Yeah, that's slop. But the goyim, the fucking low of the low. Jake, you fucking 2/3, man. You heathenistic people have made it a fucking cool guy thing to eat seafood boils. You people are bugged out, and there's some coming for you, okay? Surely, okay? Because you lack faith and you lack understanding that the law still matters. The law remains, okay? Last one. 5th John, where is it? Let's go John. Let's go chapter 5, verse 3. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. After this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Yahushua went up to Jerusalem. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. Whosoever then first after the troubling of the water stepped in was made whole of whatsoever disease he had. And a certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years. When Yahushua saw him lie, he knew that he had been now a long time in that case. He saith unto him, Wilt thou be made whole? ? The impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man, when the water is troubled, to put me into the pool, but while I am coming, another steppeth down before me. Yahushua saith unto him, Rise, take up thy bed and walk. And immediately the man was made whole, and took up his bed and walked. And on the same day was the Sabbath. The Jews therefore said unto him that was cursed, It is the Sabbath day. It is not lawful for thee to carry thy bed. Oh, I've heard about this. Basically, I'm going to continue reading just for my personal sake, but basically this is like when people make it like, you know, it's good to be righteous, but then there's a thing called over righteous. You know, for example, if your wife or whoever the fuck, however you want to be. I mean, okay, let's say your child is stuck on the highway, no gas. They foolishly forgot to gas up, and it's the Sabbath. Yo, you're gonna, I think I've heard it be said that way, through the men of Great Millstone. It's like, dang, like, yeah, it sucks that you're forced, your hand is forced during the Sabbath, but you go get that tank of gasoline, you pray and ask Yahweh and Yahweh Shai for forgiveness, but it would be foolish to leave your son or your daughter in a situation like that, so that's why you still do it, even although it's a Sabbath. Then you pray for forgiveness. But let's just, for my sake, let me just continue and read this. He answered them, he that made me whole, and same said unto me, take up thy bed and walk. Okay. Then asked they him, what man is that which said unto thee, take up thy bed and walk? And he that was healed wist not who it was, for Yahushua had conveyed himself away, a multitude being in that place. Afterward Yahushua findeth him in the temple, and said unto him, behold, thou art made whole, sin no more, lest a worse thing come unto thee. The man departed and told the Jews that it was Yahushua which had made him whole, and therefore did the Jews persecute Yahushua, and sought to slay him, because he had done these things on the Sabbath day. But Yahushua answered them, my Father worketh hitherto, and I work. Wait, let me understand this. I don't understand hitherto. But Yahushua answered them, my Father hitherto. What? Till? Until? Till or until? And I work? My Father worketh, and I work. The dative case, and I also, I as well, I likewise. To work, labor, do work, to trade, to make gains by trading, to do business, to work, to do work out, exercise, perform, to cause, to exit, produce. Okay. Through the idea, wait, just now, this moment, now, at this time. Oh, you know what I could do is I could get another translation. Hold on. Give me John chapter 5, verse 3 in 10 different translations, please. Have a great number of disabled people used to... Wait, sorry. No, I need 5 verse 17. Sorry, I meant chapter 5 verse 17. But Jesus answered them, my Father worketh. So in his defense, Yahushua said to them, my Father is always at his work to this very day, and I too am working. My Father. Okay. So he's basically saying, okay, yeah, my Father Yahweh is working, so I also work. Okay. Therefore the Jews sought the more to kill him, because he not only had broken the Sabbath, but said also that Yahweh was his Father, making himself equal with God. Damn. Then answered Yahushua and said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Father do. For what things soever he doth, these also doth the Son likewise. For the Father loveth the Son, and showeth him all things that himself doeth, and he will shew him greater works than these, that ye may marvel. For as the Father raiseth up the dead, and quickeneth them, even so the Son quickeneth whom he will. For the Father judgeth no man, but hath committed all judgment unto the Son, that all men shall honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoureth not the Son honoureth not the Father which hath sent him. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life. That is crazy. I never read that fully, but I honestly, for this John chapter 5, I do recommend brothers go check out. I'm sure there's definitely videos that Great Millstone, someone at Great Millstone has done for sure. But I guess this thing was I guess this lake. Hold on. Waiting for the moving of the water. So what type of moving of the water is it? Into the pool. I guess it's a pool. Trouble the water. Whosoever the first after the trouble of the water step, it was made whole. Whatsoever the. So like apparently this thing is real. You know, there's a body of water in Bethesda. Oh, that's how you say it. Bethesda. Okay, and people were like waiting for the water to move. I guess. However you want to say it. It's like I guess it was like a thing that was just going on in Bethesda. This body of water, there was an angel in there, and that sounds so crazy. Like, I believe it, of course, but that sounds like something straight out of like a fantasy video game, I must say. And I have that on my mind because well, let's not talk about it in this video, but yeah, I just have that on my mind because I was looking at some other video game stuff recently. But yeah, that sounds so cool. There was a body of water, and whatever disease you had, as long as you walked into it, you'd be healed, man. That is fucking crazy. And that shit was just normal to us. Spiritual powers was normal to us, man. And the what's it called? The people who were mad, the Jews who were mad at Yahushua for healing, they weren't even shocked that he was fucking healing somebody. They were just mad he was working on the Sabbath. That is so crazy. Like it must have been something they just saw regularly. But I guess you see now this body of water doesn't exist and you don't know where it is, okay? So how can we be healed? How can we have salvation? How can we be cured of our diseases? How can we be cured of the plagues of our flesh? How can we be protected? It is through Yahushua, okay? Yahushua had that power, whereas if you didn't encounter Yahushua, you had to wait for the water to move, whatever it says, right? Troubling of the water. After the troubling of the water stepped in, was made whole or whatsoever. So yeah, so if you wanted to be healed, who knows how long it takes for this water to act up, do its thing, whatever. But that true power. How can I relate this to the law? I don't know why it gave me gospel. Sorry. 1 John. Did I do that wrong? Salakia, I did that wrong. Oh shit. I looked at the wrong one. So there's John and there's 1 John. Salakia. And I started too. That's crazy. And I didn't do that today. I must have just had it before. Salakia to everybody watching. But that's a cool story though. That's a awesome freaking story. John, the healing of Bethesda. I like this. I like it. I'm happy I read it. Now let's do 1 John chapter 5 verse 3, and it reads, "For this is the love of Yahweh, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous." Okay? There it is, man. This is how you show you love Yahweh. Well, Yahweh Shai, because, oh shit. Did I just read it? He that hears my words and believeth on him that sent me hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life. Okay, look, in verse 23, he that honoreth, okay, let me just read the full thing. John chapter 5 verse 23, that all men shall honor the Son, and honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son honoreth not the Father which hath sent him. Now we go into 1 John. That's actually so crazy. I read that. For this is the love of Yahweh, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. Okay? This is the love of Yahweh. This is how you show love, right? First, you love the Son, you love the Father, you love the Father, you love the Son. And if you love the Father, you keep the commandments. And his commandments are not grievous. It's not easy. It's not hard to not eat fucking griot, you Haitians. It's not hard to put down the fucking chicharron. I know that shit is crunchy. Go get some fucking Doritos or Takis. Right? And hey, man, God, you're not off the hook either, okay? Those fucking hot dogs, that's goy slop. Put that shit down, right? Okay? And that's just big back, that's just food, right? I mean, one sin is equal to all sin, okay? But that's just food. Now, for you fucking Jake, don't stop messing with people's wives, okay? For you fucking Latin tribes, specifically you fucking Mexicans, I hate this about Mexico. Stop doing the Day of the Dead as I went into that in another video, okay? I have a serious fucking problem with, Halloween. I fucking hate Halloween, but the Day of the Dead is like, yo, are you, like, these people, like, are we not thinking, where did this shit come from? I hate that they follow that thing, but let me not go too deep into that. So now I've brought to light, you could say, all the things we're looking for. The law still matters. Yeah, I read all the scriptures there. Very thankful I was able to do this today. It's 10:23, pretty much 10:30. That's a beautiful thing, man. Got this video off to Wada Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Next one, precept upon precept. It's basically what I'm doing right now, man. Precept upon precept. But we're gonna get into that. So Lord willing, Abaratazah, this video was edifying to who comes across it. And I want to say, Kohla Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Barakatah wa Shalom, the water Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And I also want to say, Shalom. No, I want to give double honors and praises to the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And I want to say Shalom to the brothers who are taking this truth and spreading it far and wide to the four corners of the earth. And I want to say Shalom to the very few sincere sisters who are listening and learning in silence. So to everybody who I just mentioned now, I want to say Shalom. I want to say thank you for watching, listening, however you do it. And, Abaratazah, I'm back very soon with the next vid. So, and Abaratazah, man, Lord willing, this was edifying. I hope, I hope, this was something that you could understand and it could help you, especially the laws, man. I don't want to say it's the most important. Like I'd say, it's not about like what's most important. Like they all share a similar level of importance. I'd say Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Knowing those names, right? So if even if you just say those names enough throughout your day, you think on those names, man. You're not gonna fucking do fuck shit, or if you do, you're gonna feel guilty, which will lead you to, hey, hopefully you repent fully. It's just they're all interconnected, right? You're supposed to be doing this. If you don't, you do this, but if you don't do it in sincerity, and if you don't know these names, then you can't do this fully, right? But let's say, let's say you learn these, and now you have these names on your head constantly. When you do this, you don't do it as much. You see, I didn't say the name specifically, but you brothers know exactly what the fuck I just said. All right, Lord willing, you're able to follow along with that. Anyways, man, let me leave it there. 50 minutes, man. Shalom to everybody I just mentioned, and yeah, on to the next. Shalom.